resident of the Czech Prime Minister and of the government. However, the Prime Minister doesn't live here, it's only his office. And now we are approaching the Lesser Town. The Lesser Town is another part of the historical center, founded in 1257 by the Czech king Přemysl Otakar II.
Of the 18th century, from the time of the reign of Maria Theresia. Since 1620, the Habsburgs didn't reside here permanently. They all were in Vienna, and this castle served for them something like a family castle. For example, Maria Theresia, sorry, who was ruling 40 years, since 1740 up to 1780, visited the Prague Castle only 3 times in her life. But she organized the whole modifications and remodelings here. She called from Vienna the Viennese architect Nicola Pacassi, and he carried out here those remodelings. So the style which we can see here now, it's called the Viennese classicism. And nowadays it serves as an official residence of the Czech president. If the president is here at home in the country, there is that flag on the top of the roof, and if he's out of the country, the flag is removed. In front of the gate we can see the guards of the Prague Castle. Nowadays we have a professional army here in the Czech Republic. The changing of the guards takes place every whole hour, but it's very simple without music. Only at noon at noon it takes place with music. You can see this Strahov monastery again. This we have seen it already from the other side. This is the male monastery, and it serves the order of Premonstratensians. In the local church called the Assumption of Our Lady, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart played the organ during his stay here. Here in front of us we can see the new castle staircase, which is leading to the Lesser Town Square, but we will today use the old castle staircase. Now please, let's go to the first castle courtyard.
Okay, Dara, we're going.
Use the Rococo furnishings and utensils, but they are not open to the public. Only on the days of the open door, so once, twice a year. No, and we can go please now. This is only the new Gothic style, which was completed in 1929 and newly consecrated. So the construction of this cathedral progressed in several stages. The part which we can see now in front of our eyes, this is only the new Gothic style, the historicism. If you want to visit the historical places here in the castle, it's necessary to have the tickets. The tickets are available, for example, here in the info center, and they offer 2 visitors' rooms. Either the big one for 350 crowns or the small one for 250, and there are several objects included. The small part, it's free of charge, so I suggest going in. It's original, because even in the oldest part, the original stained glass windows were destroyed by Hussites during the Czech Reformation in the 15th century. Very interesting is rose window, created at the beginning of the 20th century by the Czech master František Kysela, and it's depicting the creation of the world. Very interesting is this building, this stained glass window in the middle. It was created by the Czech master Karel Svolinský, and it's depicting the several ways of the mercifulness. Next to it, you can see another stained glass window created by the Czech master Max Švabinský, and it's creating the sending of the Holy Spirit. The white dove, it's symbolizing the Holy Spirit, and the people are waiting for the exception of the Holy Spirit. We can have a look here. who lived for a long time in France, in Paris, and created the posters for the French actress Sarah Bernard. So 1344, the cathedral was founded, and then the construction went on. However, in the year 1419, the Hussite War started, and then the next year, 1420, the cathedral was interrupted, stopped, and many centuries only this part was existing. That one didn't exist at all. And only at the end of the 19th century, a union for the completion of the cathedral originated, which decided to complete that part, and they completed that part after the patterns of the old French cathedrals. So the oldest part is only the eastern part up to this transept. From transept here, this is the east part.
Which is Easter. That's Easter.
Easter. Next to it, we can see the Golden Gate, and that is the mosaic from the 14th century, depicting the Last Judgment, the biblical topic. And we can see the two small windows, and behind those two small windows, there is the crown jewel chamber, where, for example, the royal crown, scepter, and apple, and the other insignias are hidden. But it's not open to the public, only on the days of the open door, so once, twice a year. Below the balcony in front of us, there is the entrance leading to the old royal palace. There used to be the original seat of the Czech princes and kings, and nowadays there is the museum with historical rooms. Let's go please now to the square of St. George. Water from the facade in order to protect the facade from the rain. And they were also symbolizing the little devils, the evil. The evil is out of the cathedral and the goodness is inside.
Absolutely.
The oldest part was built by the French master builder Matthias of Arras. Then he died, and after his death, Peter Parler from Germany came. Here you can see the linking corridor, which was connecting in the past the old royal palace with the royal oratory. So the royal family could have gone on the driveway directly and was not seen. Institute which was placed here in this building.
Okay.
This building is called Rosenberger Palace, and it's in the classical style. Now, and in 1755, Maria Theresia ordered to establish here the Institute of Impoverished Gentlewomen. This was an institute for the unmarried daughters of the noble families, whose families, for example, became poor, or they had little dowry or no dowry, and that's why little or no chances to get married in the privileged noble circles. Maria Theresia herself had 16 children, and one of her daughters, Maria Anna, was physically disabled, so she didn't get married, and she became the first directress of this institute. The towers were built here in the 12th century after a fire, and this small chapel, here this part, the chapel, is from the beginning of the 18th century, chapel of St. John of Nepomuc. Here you can see two historical inscriptions in the Czech and German languages, because in the past the area was bilingual here.
The floods.
Yeah.
So this place floods a lot, or frequent.
Cross from the 17th century. This is the gilded Hebrew inscription. This is the quotation from the Hebrew prayer Kaddish for the deceased, and in translation it means the Holy, Holy, Holy God. In the early Middle Ages, on the side of this metal cross, there used to be the very simple public wooden cross, and here where we are standing was an execution place, and the purpose of it was that the person before death should have at the last look at the cross. Here we can see the tower. This is the old Down Bridge Tower. It was built in the 14th century, and in the past it served as a prison for debtors. Nowadays it serves as a museum all year round. Today we have already seen one prison for the former prison for debtors, namely in the castle. But in the castle it was for nobility, and this one was for town people, for the guests. Mentioned him today. He lived in the 14th century. Below him we can see 4 ladies. They are the symbols of the 4 faculties of the Charles University, which was founded by him in 1748. At that time it was the Faculty of Law, Faculty of Medicine, Faculty of Theology and Faculty of Arts. And now please I would like to ask you to cross with me the statues which move during the procession, and they symbolize some negative characters of the human being. The first one on the left, this is the vanity, and it's holding a mirror. The second one, this is the greed. The third skeleton, symbolizing the transience of the human life, and the last one, the person was symbolizing the laziness and delight. In the lower part, we can see the other statues which don't move and which symbolize some professions. On the left, this is the philosopher. Second one with the sword and shield, this is the angel protector. The third one with the telescope, this is the astronomer. And the last one is the book, this is the chronicle.